and Michael is going to light our candle and explain why we light it.
Well, hi, good morning, everyone. And yes, our candle, our wax represents that there's only one. There's only one. There's only one. And that the first wick represents the light of God that's within us. Again, the kingdom of heaven is within us. That's what all the great sages and teachers, including Jesus, came to tell us, is that the kingdom of heaven is within us. And the second candle I light, second wick, is that of the community candle. Again, if you notice that the light's much greater. So when we meet as community here, again, our light shines brighter into the world. So thank you.
All right, thank you. And John's going to sing a song for us.
Joy is wonderful. Joy in the morning, joy in the afternoon, joy in the evening, joy again soon. When we are happy, joy is how. Joy is joy is now. Joy in our homes, joy in our work, joy in relationships, joy at our birth. When we are happy, joy is how. Joy is wonderful, joy is now. Joy in accomplishment, joy in getting done, joy in doing well, joy in having fun. When we are happy, joy is how. Joy is wonderful, joy is now. Joy is now.
All right, thank you, John. And John is our speaker today, so he will be doing that. And then next week it'll be myself. Week after that, it's going to be Deb Haley will be our speaker. So, and appreciate that Tim and John are switching their normal days, weeks, so John could go visit his little granddaughter for her birthday. And so Tim will be doing the music on the 4th instead of the 3rd. And yeah, so it's going to be great. And so anyways, so that's what's coming up. All right. So, oh my goodness, we did the candle.
How about some Science of Mind 365?
Yeah, 365. Thank you. I knew there's something else. All right. So this is from 365 Science of Mind for April 12th. And it starts out, in the way of righteousness is life, and in the pathway thereof there is no death. And that's from Proverbs 12:28. You and I should look across the new horizon of the greater possibility that resides within us and meet the living God and feel the embrace of his presence and come at last to know the infallibility of his power. From out of the great mind that is God, The way of life is made perfect and straight and immediate. It is made happy and whole and prosperous. We should awake to the living presence of the eternal God within each of us and enter into a realization of a new peace and joy. As we come to surrender all littleness and all fear and doubt, that great river of life flowing from the mind of God will renew our vigor, remake our strength, ennoble our being, heal our bodies, and bring peace to our hearts. As all thoughts are cleared of that is unlike him who created us, they become receptacles for the outpouring of all that is good, wonderful, and true. God's love always embraces us. His wisdom is always within us, and his joy is ours to share. Abundance is everywhere. That was 365 Science of Mind. So thank you. All right, John, you want to lead us in a song? Or meditation, I should say.
I am life, so it is. We are life, so it is. I am aware. So it is. We are aware. So it is. I am peace. So it is. We are peace. So it is. So it is. We are aware. So it is.
And as we recognize spirit for all that spirit is, life, light, joy, peace, beauty, power, wisdom, wholeness, completeness, abundance, prosperity. For God is all there is. And since God created all, is in all, and through all, that means that God created me. And God created each and every one of you. And everyone around us. Including the trees and the birds and the grass and the sands of the beach and the mountains and the valleys and the oceans, the fish and the butterflies and the insects. Every part of this earth, God is here, creating. He's always with us, as us, in us, through us, around us. And because of this, we are one. We are one. We are one. We are one with all that God is. And as I speak my word, now for Summit Spiritual Center, Summit Center for Spiritual Living, and all of our people. And also, I speak my word for Hannah's mom, Carol Ann, for Michael, for my brother, for anybody who may be having a physical challenge, that all is well, that each and every one is getting better and quickly and easily and effortlessly, and that anything that is blocking their good is going back into the nothingness from which it came, and it is being replaced with whole, perfect cells, whole, perfect atoms, whole, perfect wellness throughout. So as I continue to recognize that and realize that God is everywhere, God is in us, through us, as us, I also know for Summit Center for Spiritual Living that each and every person is blessed, that love is in the middle of everything. Love is what keeps everybody together. Love is truly all that's needed. So with that, I just give thanks. I know for John as he speaks today that his words are God's words, that everybody will come back, who listens to this or sees this at a later time, will take with them something to ponder, something special. I also know that John's music as well is blessed. And each and every person that's actually here on our call right now, Tim and Hannah, Kyle, John, Michael, myself, we're all blessed. So with that, I just give thanks one more time. I now release my word into the law, because I know the law only says yes. Only says yes. To whatever I speak, it only says yes. So with that, I just give thanks once again, and I release it into that law. And so it is, and so I let it be. Amen.
Love. So it is. We are loved. So it is. I am aware. So it is. We are aware. So
Oh, thank you, John. And as you come back to the room and open your eyes, please also open your cameras and take a look into each other's eyes and just see the magnificent person that's there. Include yourself. So just feel that. Know that Spirit is there with you, in you, as you, and each and every one of us. All right. Thank you. Okay, so I get have the pleasure of introducing John David Miller for our speaker today. And I'll let you just tell us what you're going to be speaking about.
Well, I'm going to share with you a little more development of my philosophy. So fasten up your seatbelts. It's about comprehending. At any age, at any time, awareness is reality. Just as I was just singing about awareness, we can assume that most humans are consciously self-aware. However, comprehension of experience may be limited by our ignorance, indulgent distractions, psychological disturbances, or other constructs of thinking, especially conventionally imposed beliefs. The term understanding is generally used to refer to grasping a concept, appreciation of someone's situation, or coming to an agreement. I've come to notice that understanding is a linear or even vertical idea, essentially dualistic. It literally means standing under, conceding, or even supporting another's viewpoint. And that's not necessarily bad, but it may leave other creative possibilities unexplored. By contrast, comprehending is holistic. It reflects broader experience and expression of the multidimensional reality of creative awareness. At a certain point in the development of consciousness, it's possible to hold an idea of our creator as transcendent, universal, intelligent reality, aware, creative being. Life is a beautiful process. Self-aware, creative energy, having a comprehensive experience in multidimensional expression, including the physical realm. Life originates from creative awareness, this intelligent energy that is loving and good. And this aware, loving, creative energy wants to express itself in multifaceted being. It wants to pursue various aspects of itself to explore possibilities. There are both conscious and unconscious elements of the creative process. Consciousness starts with alertness. Perception observes the display of information to awareness through the senses, as well as intuitive sensibility. Then perception sparks thinking. So thinking is a process of perception, observation, recollection, recognition, comparison, and analysis of similarities, of differences, and patterns. Then we get into categorization, connection, contemplation, and theorization, making a theory about what's going on here. And this can lead to forming an agenda and planning goals, objectives, projects, and actions. Then we have review and evaluation, which help improve further creative thinking. But there are more unconscious aspects of the psyche that contribute to comprehension and creativity. These include feelings, intuition, imagination, reverie, dreaming, and meditation, as well as observation of symbols and psychologically relevant experiences. Comprehending involves both conscious and unconscious processes, then, attuning the whole self with its source in creative awareness. Now is the time to focus on self-betterment, including mind development, through recognition, unification, and realization of creative awareness. Those are concepts we're familiar with. As we pursue union with creative goodness, the clearing of perception and ultimately the realization of loving kindness unfold naturally. You can learn to appreciate your own inner wisdom of your real self. You can keep your thinking connected with your feeling, intuition, and your will, and based in love and goodness. Any progress that you make that you can help others with, makes it beneficial for you as well as the collective consciousness. As we make improvements in our attitude, accomplishments, and enjoyment of life, we act as spiritual agents of creative loving awareness. Ernest Holmes said, "We will do well to listen to this inner voice, for it tells us of a life wonderful in its scope, of a love beyond our fondest dreams, of a freedom which the soul craves." This is the beautiful process of life sustaining itself and growing in betterment. Life is beautiful. Life is like a song. It's an expression of imaginative thought, creativity, art, planning, spontaneity, action, symbolism, communication, relationship, beauty, and meaning. We find much that is beautiful and inspirational in nature. Each animal, whether domestic or wild, each flower and any other plant in a field, and each tree or bush in the forest, each has its own beauty, color, style, fragrance. Skunk is not so pleasant, but it is a fragrance. Yet each is in the same ground and also part of the beautiful array of nature as a whole. We presume that animals have some level of consciousness. We can perceive that they are, to a certain extent, aware. Bugs, fish, reptiles, birds, and mammals are aware of their surroundings, and they pursue chosen actions. I'd like to share some examples of awareness in animals, just using some of my photographs, if I can bring it up here. Oh, I know what I got to do. There we go. All right. Everyone recognizes that, but look how colorful it is on closer inspection. Even a fly has a little majesty about it, you know, and an awareness. It only lives for a few days, but it has awareness of flying around and landing on this and landing on that and checking things out. Or even these multicolored dragonflies, orange dragonflies have some awareness. Turtles, they were aware enough to climb out on a log and have some fun. These robins hang together, and you know, they let me get fairly close before they notice or get scared or anything. Some animals are a little more comfortable with humans around. These baby ducks are aware of where their mother is, as most animals are. This heron said, "No, you're getting just a little too close. I'm taking off." This majestic rooster was down at Marshall's farm, and I called him the king. Really gorgeous rooster. But domestic animals are more comfortable with humans around and have more comfortable circumstances, but still they're outside in nature and they have to be aware of the circumstances around them. There's George the horse. There's George with Sheepy and Goaty, animals I took care of down at Marshall's farm. You can see they're aware of me, taking their picture. "Oh, my picture," they said. There's a couple of alpacas, and they experience lots of people walking by them and checking them out, so they're very comfortable with that. And then these dogs that I help my friend Marcia walk all the time, they're not looking too aware right now, but they have moments where they're much more aware, and they're so comfortable that they can relax. Same with their cats, or ragdoll cats. They can be very comfortable and relaxed in their circumstances where they get fed every day and it doesn't get too cold in the winter or too hot in the summer, and no wild hawks trying to eat them or anything like that. But then you take the feral cats that live in my yard, like this one, and it's aware. and always has awareness turned on, alertness, because you don't know what's coming next when you're out there in the wild. Similarly, this cat I just shot the other day says, oh, well, it'll let you hang out with it clear across the yard, but if you come any closer, it's out of there. You can't get close to them. Now, from the book, The Secret Life of Plants, we learn that even plants exhibit a reaction to human thoughts and emotions. Like, at least nothing else, this flower appreciated being appreciated. And there's my garden last summer with some gladiolas rimming the edge and some peppers and tomatoes and potatoes. And we share awareness, and then they become part of me. Or a skunk cabbage saying, oh, it's time to sprout up out of the forest floor and get some greenery going. Same with these daffodils. These are from Firestone Metro Park. But look at this. Is this tree aware? Was it modeling itself after the people walking by in the park over the many decades that it sat in this city park here at Firestone Park? Isn't that weird? Or this one from another Metro Park. I call it the inner nature tree, reflecting awareness. So we have much examples of awareness in nature. And then what about inanimate objects like rocks and stones and the soil and so forth? Well, the frequencies that make these things up emanated from creative awareness. Further, they are in awareness as those of us who are conscious are aware of them. So you think about the rock and it becomes part of awareness. So life is about experience and expression, dreams, reveries, memories, yearnings, insights, imaginings, ideas, plans and preparations, actions undertaken, creations, connections, recollections, reflections, but also about mistakes, oversights, deceptions, disappointments, and feelings, but fears, maybe rages, worries, and depressions, as well as about forgivings and healings. Life's purpose really is learning and growing, gradually comprehending the limitations and challenges of selfish interests and increasing our dedication to goodness, serving our greater self, our real self, and the betterment of all. The holistic reality, the name I gave to my philosophy some years ago, is that life is a wonder, a beautiful garden of possibilities, and a dance of exploring awareness, leading to the joy of recognizing the beauty of creative loving awareness, unifying with it, and realizing its goodness in loving fully with gratitude. You were born like that flower with a built-in intent to bloom to your fullest potential. You continue to be reborn in each moment. The thoughts in your mind are changing all the time. The trillions of cells in your body are being repeatedly replaced. Yet there is a permanent awareness that is your real nature. It is the presence of the divine, and it is present within you. Real God is goodness, creative loving awareness, the source of all reality, the guiding principle of creation, healing, transformation, advancement, love, kindness, peace, joy, and enlightenment. From this creative awareness arises consciousness, perception, thinking, experience, expression, manifestation, and everything that happens. With knowledge and experience, meditation, contemplation, holistic brainstorming, and the creative awareness in which it all occurs, greatly beneficial ideas can develop. Exchanging these concepts with others in a mutual attitude of respect, kindness, and cooperation can generate effective plans and actions. So we need to develop strong community relationships, working cooperatively together in small groups, growing in shared awareness. Would this not be effective for planning and accomplishing projects and developing mutual support to learn and plan and act for making things better? The essence of creative loving awareness is betterment, expansion of consciousness, appreciation of goodness, and fulfillment of love. You are a marvelous expression of the living, intelligent energy that manifests all that is. Creative loving awareness is alive in every cell in your body and every hair on your skin. This beautiful presence is alive in you and me and everyone and everything. It observes, experiences, and knows. It is sufficient to just be one of its viewpoints. It is fulfillment to comprehend its magnificence. Always remain open to awareness, exploring itself through your consciousness without fear of punishment or your offbeat thoughts and images. An individual who can free their mind from limiting opinion finds any idea or experience or insight as a moment of living aware. Awareness brings its radiant light to many images, experiences, and thoughts. Thus, awareness expressing itself is always serving comprehension, love, and enlightenment. Thank you.
Thank you, John. That was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And I love the pictures. That that tree that looked like a big bulldog. That was cool. But then the one after that looked like it had an arm or a hand coming out towards the bottom, of the where it was interesting.
When I
So
saw that tree, the last one, I thought, there's a person coming out of the tree.
yes, that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was really wonderful, and just the fact that awareness, loving conscious awareness, is so important, and I appreciate that. I turn this over to anybody else who may have a comment.
Well, the first thing I thought of when you showed the picture of the rooster was my favorite cartoon character, Foghorn Leghorn. Dog, I say, hey, dog. That got me realizing how we as humans tend to project our limited awareness onto other species a lot when they're just doing what they know how to do, project love the way they know how, including the feral cat. And a lot of times we're forgetting our own responsibility to project love the way we know how. So I think it's a good project for all of us to do that, to be aware of that this week and see what opportunities we have.
Now I get these cats to come through my yard I have a little water station I put out there because, there's not too many ponds or streams around here. And so I put out water for them. I don't want to put out food because it might be moving. I don't want them to get dependent on it, but they seem to survive. They got through the winter. There'll probably be some kittens soon. But yeah, they come by for water and say hi.
How do these feral animals survive the inclement weather you all have there in the winter?
Well, in my yard, there's the guy next door has a shed, and it has space underneath it. And it was, I think, occupied by groundhogs a couple of years ago, and they were eating up my garden. But the feral cats must have chased them away, because I haven't seen the groundhogs lately. There's still some skunks around. I see them once in a while or smell them. But yeah, they find little cubby holes and duck under places. These cats will hang out on porches. They've been on people's porch next door. They've been on my front porch and my back. Marcia gave me a big beanbag chair to put out. She said, put a blanket over it, and you can put it out for these animals somewhere. So I threw it back there. I thought I'd try it on my outdoor chair and see if it was comfy to just lean up against, and it was. But I put it out there, and here that one tiger cat jumped up on a chair and jumped up on it. It's under my overhang in back, and used it for a bed. So, they go where they can find something, a little comfort. But it's harsh out there in the winter. I'm wondering, and I put water out, but it freezes, so you got to keep on top of that.
Have to survive by licking the ice.
Yeah, right.
Anyone else? Michael, did you have a comment or no? Not okay. Kyle, do you have a comment?
Oh, no, not really.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll let John do a song then.
Yeah. I did this song back in January, I think, but I changed the name and the word in it from understand to comprehend. So I thought I'd share that again. We've been waiting for this fall to pass away. We've been waiting for the darkness to subside. We are building the road of a new day. I don't seem to know whether to go or whether to hide. Are we too busy? Are we too stressed? Or don't we know what to do, who to be, or where to go? It's time to comprehend, find out where we stand. It's time to comprehend and do what we can. We're the first young sprouting of a new spring. We're making the garden ready for the crop to come. We're renewing our bodies and minds and everything with the power of love. It will be done. It's time to comprehend, find out where we stand. It's time to comprehend and do what we can. There's a brand new feeling in the air. It's a clean are more of us than ever starting to care. Taking a nice deep breath before we fly. It's time to comprehend. Find out where we stand. It's time to comprehend and do what we can.
Thank you, John. I like the comprehend better than the what was it? I like the bet. That's a better word. It's good. All right. So it is that time in our service where we have the opportunity to give, and I'm going to symbolically take my right hand over my top of my left, and just know with me. Oh, let me explain how to give first. You want to. You can go to Zelle or PayPal, and you would go to SSC of Akron at gmail.com. That's SSC of Akron at gmail.com. And you can give that way, or you can send a check with the word summit on it to 1199 Lexington Avenue, Akron, Ohio, 44310. 1199 Lexington Avenue, Akron, Ohio, 44310. Okay, now we will take our right hand over the top of our left, and just know with me that all that we have, all that we receive, all that we give is blessed in a truly gracious manner, that it goes to the work of Summit Center for Spiritual Living and to the betterment of each person in the world. So it is. So I let it be. Amen. All right. How about some good, more good, John?
Good, more good is mine. An ever-increasing good is mine. Unlimited, infinite good is mine. Wherever I go, I see good. Whatever I do, I feel oh so good. I'm worthy and entitled to good and more good. Good crowds itself upon us, wraps itself around us. We give ourselves permission to accept more good, express more good. More good is ours. An ever-increasing good is ours. Thank you, Spirit and Soul. It is.
All right, that's wonderful. Okay, so I already said that next week I'll be the speaker, and the week after that it'll be Deb. But I also need to get with everybody after the service and find out for the rest of May. The 24th is already taken, but anybody that may have a Sunday they may want to speak, let me know, and after the service, and we will figure that out. So, Michael?
Oh, you want me to announce, huh?
Yeah.
So, ntmedia.org is where I spend most of my week, and I guess that they had a very interesting conference in Reno. So if you'd like to find out a little bit more about that, you can stay after the service, and I can tell you about what happened. Let's see what else. Just looking forward to finally applying for ordination here. So I'll be sending in my yearly report this week, and then also starting up to for the ordination. So finally, thank you, John. What are you doing these days?
I'm doing lots of things, including driving Wendell to work 3 days a week at least. But I have a blog at yeswise.com called Inspire. You can look for that at yeswise.com and just look for the word Inspire. And I also have it on my YouTube channel called the Yeswise channel. Just put in Yeswise at YouTube and it'll come up.
Okay. Tim, do you have any announcements? No? Okay.
If you need a used bus, talk to John. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Or parts thereof.
Yeah, really. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. And so now it's that time in our service where we take a moment of silence, and I will ding a bell. And when we do that, this is the time where you bring into your hearts and minds anybody, whether it be yourself, a family member, a coworker, or you're just praying for the world in general. Know for them and for yourself that first off, all is well. And second, that whatever the challenge may be, that it's being met in a loving, wonderful way. All right, so I'll ring us in and I will ring us out. The light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us wherever we are. God is, and all is well.
Oh, got to hit the share button there. Life is real. Life is true. We are life. Living is me and you. Joy is real. Joy is true. We are joy. Living is me and you. Peace is real. Peace is true. We are peace. Living is me and you. Love is real. Love is true. We are love. Living is me and you. Living is me and you.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And for everybody. And Hannah, you can go ahead and end our Facebook feed now.